Well, hey folks, how's it going? Welcome to another episode. Really excited to discuss with you basically a transformer of a pack. We're looking today at the recycled Firefighter 12-hour Battalion bag that recently was released by Recycled Firefighter. Now, they got their start as a US company using recycled firefighter hose to make wallets and that type of thing. And from the very first day that I ever saw their company, I was really intrigued. You know, a US company doing something a little bit different, making wallets out of firefighter hose, you know, super tough, durable. So when I saw that they had this really minimalistic, slimmed down, low profile backpack that would be great for my everyday carry system, I was really excited and really intrigued. And as you're about to see in this video, there is a lot more than meets the eye with this minimalistic pack, particularly if you pick a few of the options that they offer. Now, I've had about 2 months of daily use with this thing in my systems, and I gotta tell you, I've really enjoyed it. So let me show you what I see in this and what value I see in this 12-hour EDC-able Battalion bag from Recycled Firefighter. The materials that they're using are not firefighter hose on these particular bags. You know, that's how they kind of got started, was with the wallets and stuff. This is going to be 1000 denier Cordura nylon, USA made. That is just really well done. You know, it doesn't feel overly built, but it's got super high durability as well as fantastic stitching throughout, you know, this entire USA made bag. And it's going to have number 10 YKK zippers that are reverse, you know, mil-spec zippers. So it's going to fight against that water, you know, and be somewhat water resistant. And they're just ginormous zippers here. And you're going to see that throughout this entire bag, that the stitching, the material, and the pieces, even the Velcro patch, all that that they have picked out are extremely high quality and some of the best I've ever seen on the market. Now, dimensionally, this guy is going to be 17 inches high, which is perfect for a smaller, compact EDC bag. It's going to be 9 inches wide from side to side, and then it's going to be 4.5 inches deep, really making it like this perfect kind of cube shape. I like that versus ones that kind of sag in the bottom and kind of get big in the bottom, backpacks like that, and then they get narrower near the top. This one is like a perfectly dimensioned box, and that fits perfect underneath airline seats, as well as just underneath the table, you know, at a restaurant or something like that. So it makes it that perfect EDC carryability, if you will. And so that's going to be 12 liters of overall capacity for this bag. Then the 2-inch rolled over grab handle on the top with the nice box stitching makes this extremely durable. So you can have a lot of weight in here. You can grab this thing, go from the car to your home. I love the size and location of the 3 by 3.5 inch morale patch Velcro hook and loop panel here. So you can throw all of your favorite morale patches on the back of the bag. So the outermost pocket here is going to run the entire length of the bag. So you got 17 inches. We got that ginormous zipper, YKK zipper with the 550 paracord pull. It's going to run super smooth. And this is going to give you an opportunity to store a lot of your slimmer items. A book I'm reading right now. I've got my iPad Air 2 full size with a keyboard attachment. And then I got my backpacker magazine that I'm reading on this trip that we're on right now. So you can get lots of slimmer documents, things like that. You got that high visibility orange in there. Love that. And it's designed in such a way so you can sling it over your shoulder and swing it in front of you, kind of like a sling bag would, and get access to this without having to take your backpack all the way off to these slimmer items that you may need, you know, tickets, stubs, you know, whatever it is, different documentation that you may need access to, so you don't have to take the whole bag off, unzip it, get into it, fumble around with it. So I really like this zipper and this setup. This pocket will fit all of the tablets that are, on average size. It will fit a 13-inch MacBook Pro, but it will not fit a 15-inch MacBook. So just kind of keep that into consideration when you are deciding if this is the right bag for you. Now, the rest of the bag that we're going to look at in just a second has a 0.35 thick foam bottom and back, the bottom of the bag and the back of the bag that rides up against your back. But this pocket here doesn't have any foam padding, and that would be my one critique with the pockets and layout, is that it's just that thin piece of Cordura nylon there and at the bottom of the pouch as well. And if you're putting computers or tablets and that type of thing, it would be nice to see a little bit of extra padding just along this wall. Now, most of us have, security carrying cases like on my iPad that you just saw here, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it just gives a little extra peace of mind if this was just a little bit thicker and had that little bit of foam on the bottom of the pouch here and on the backing as well. So I'd love to see that in future renditions of the bag. Now going on to the main compartment, again, those number 10 YKK zippers. It's going to run the entire mouth of the bag. I mean, this is literally a true clamshell, and it's nice because I could only zip it like halfway if I just want to sling it over my shoulder again, kind of like this bag right here, or this pocket right here, and just get into the side of the bag if I need to. Or again, I can lay it down and give you this full open clamshell design. Now, it's just, again, a very simple minimalistic setup with pouches over here, one large, one smaller, mesh see-through pockets so you can see what you got going on. This is basically, for the slimmer, everything in this bag is designed to be slim. And then your main compartment dump bag pouch right here. So you can get, everything from a water bottle. I have my camera carrying case stuff here, and then I have a jacket rolled up, and then, my hat, and I could stuff some other stuff in there. Nice orange, high visibility in all of the bags. And then you do have, again, that 0.35 thick padding along the back here, really well stitched, and along the bottom right here as well, making this bag very simple, very minimalistic. But that's not all. Now, this is where it goes from being a really well-built, very basic, minimalistic bag to more than meets the eye and takes it from a car to Optimus Prime. I mean, that's really what happens here when we run these guys again. Open this up, and now it's a whole different ball game. You're like, well, didn't you just stuff this in here? I did not. What this comes with as an option is from GRAYL Tactical, their rigid 1/8 inch HP or HDPE plastic MOLLE panel. So this is perfectly designed for this 12-hour Battalion bag from Recycle Firefighter. It's specifically designed for that. And so it is a rigid panel that allows you to attach any PALS webbing attached item, any MOLLE compatible stuff, as long as it is more of a flexible. And this is how I've been rocking it for the moment I got it. I mean, that's really what sold this bag to me, was just the fact that I can now completely trick out and customize this really compact bag. It's not overly large where I've got a lot of extra space flopping around. I don't have anything to fill it with. It's the perfect size, and now I can trick it out exactly how I want it to be. And so, I have a 511 igniter medical pouch here with my entire blowout kit. Then I have my VanQuest fat pack, one of their fat packs, or husky packs, excuse me, and I got all of my organization that I would need in there, and then I've got a Camelback insulated pouch with a Camelback bottle in there. So this gives me the opportunity to carry all kinds of stuff. I even have space up here as well. Now, we'll have links in the description below, not only over again to Recycle Firefighter, but also over to GRAYL Tactical, where you can pick up these panels for other stuff. Now, you can get this panel on the Recycle Firefighter website for about $55 for it to fit perfectly. But if you have different bags, or you want to check out other stuff that they offer, we'll have links below over to that website as well, and over to Amazon, where you can check out some of these pouches. I'll have links for a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in here that's extra that you can pick up on Amazon. But honestly, guys, this changes it from being, just that basic minimalist bag to now like the Optimus Prime for me of organization in such a small, compact, EDC-able backpack that I have not experienced before with any of my other gear. Now, the Grayman Tactical rigid panel actually has a little slit, and the bag does come with this little nylon loop attachment, so it'll hang from the top, which is awesome. Again, just helping with that rigidness. It's going to give it a little bit more form to the bag as well. Now, the one other critique that I have with the bag is that this is a perfect loop to hang a hydration pouch from. So if I wanted to make this just a really light, hiking bag, I wanted to go from A to B and just do a light hiking trip, and I wanted to carry a bladder, it would be perfectly set up for that. The downside is there are no ports at this time. There's nowhere for me to slide a water bladder hose through. So I would have loved to see that either right here to have like an antenna attachment loop that we could run bladder hoses through, or just right here in between the two shoulder straps, just to have a slit that if we want to, again, just versatility for the bag, that we could have that option to run a hose through and then hang a water bladder, because this would easily hold any of my 100-ounce water bladders. At the moment, you're gonna have to zip it up and just leave a space with your zippers to just kind of run the hose through, maybe the handle or something. So it's doable, but you got to kind of jerry-rig it, where I would love to see a dedicated porthole in the future would just give this bag even more versatility. Now, the shoulder straps are a very basic. They just have a very small sweep, kind of S format, not super aggressive, which again kind of lends it not only to that minimalistic classic design, but still gives you a little bit more of the modern feature, of still sweeping with your body. You're going to get this ladder stage system sewn in really nice that you can do all sorts of things like attaching carabiners like you see here, or their sternum strap that we'll look at in just a second. All plastics are USA made as well, so you got two little plastic D-rings right here, and then you have plenty of room afterwards. I'm 6'2", weigh about 215, and this thing is, got plenty of space left over with these nylon. They even have the little nylon loops, so you could run nylon keepers through there. Now, on the website, for an extra $10, you can pick up this sternum strap that is designed to fit perfectly on this ladder system here, and it is a track system as well, so you feed it on and then you can run it up and down, or you can completely remove them. There's plenty of extra space, so larger chested or smaller chested people, you're going to be able to fit that really nicely. And it's nice that they offer that. Now, normally for me around town going to the office EDC, I don't use the sternum strap, and I love the fact I can take it on or off, because for EDC I don't need it. But then if I am doing like a full day of maybe touring, if I'm overseas taking a vacation or something, or if I'm doing some light trekking, I'm going to go do a 2 or 3 mile hike, then I can strap this guy on right away, cinch it down, and really get the pack really nice and tight on my body for those longer hauls and longer trekking. Now, the price on the bag itself is going to be about $130. They got all kinds of different color combinations, options for you in that capacity, so you can express your personality, or if there's a particular environment that you think you're going to be using this bag in. There's lots of color combinations, camos, all sorts of different things like that. And now for $130, there are other bags from Maxpedition, VanQuest, and 511, that may give you more features for that price, but they're not going to have the level of quality being made in a small factory by US workers. And there is something to note and something to be said about a US product, and I'm seeing that with this bag. It is hard for me to find a bag of similar, in all the bags I've reviewed, of similar quality, fit and finish, and simplicity, because all those other bags that I've reviewed, they're great, they have lots of organization, but they're kind of overkill for EDC, for me and my systems. I always end up having a bunch of extra stuff laying around, space if you will, that I got to try and figure out, either just to leave empty and then I'm just carrying a big bag with not a lot of stuff in it, or I'm putting a lot of crap that I don't really need in the bag. So I love the simplicity of this, and the extremely high level of quality, and the extremely high level of capability, and more than meets the eye in this design, so I can either make it as simple as I want or as complicated as I want, with a very compact but very usable bag. And I do want to thank Recycled Firefighter for sending this over to us to test out and review. I reached out to them when I saw this. I said, hey, this looks really interesting. I want to see how it fits in my systems. And they were willing to send it over to us. So I appreciate them being willing to do that, so I can show you guys, the viewers, what they're offering, and you can determine whether or not this is the right bag and right system to deploy in your systems and your EDC setup that you use on a daily basis. Well, folks, here we are wrapping up our jaunt around the business park, and just give you some final thoughts on this bag. I love it. I love it. It just has that magical touch, I guess, that I was looking for in my systems, that not really any other bag that I've looked at just can't quite do exactly what this bag does for me in such a compact package. So guys, thank you so much for coming over here today. I hope this video has helped you out decide if this is the right bag to throw into your EDC systems and deploy in that way. I want to thank you so much for just checking us out. Check out the links below as always, and check us out on all the relevant social media. That's a great way to see what's up and coming. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.